Alright, took off the valve cover. Now time to move these pieces. These are covered in oil. Remember what order they went back in. Alright, now these screws for taking off this camshaft, make sure you buy quality Torx screws. The Star Key ones, one with the Torx screws with the hole in the middle. I can't remember the name of it. Because I stripped these screws and now I can't take these things off to adjust my camshaft at all. So, and this is the cam position sensor that replaces cam seal. You would take off this screw and this screw. And you would take off 1, 2, 3, 4, those 4 screws. Pretty much, and it's just gonna lift right out. And then I highly suggest not replacing this cam seal. If it's not leaking, don't touch it. If it is a little bit, oh well. Nothing to be alarmed about. Because it's a pain. Man, if you mess up that timing, that's it, and your car is done for. Now this one is a little hard. There'll be another big screw. I believe it's a size 14 mm when I unscrew that. Okay, now for this. I've got a check engine light right now. It says camshaft off allocation. I don't know what that means, but I do know what the problem is. Give me a sec. Flashlight. Okay, this is the camshaft window. That tiny little mark. Also, where that little arrow should align up with that little window. It's also called a little dip as well. It should be the same as this one. Is this one aligned? Is that arrow aligned with that window? No, it's not. Exactly why I have the check engine light on. They should be aligned. Not perfectly, but they should be. Alright, and now for the flat seal and the moon seal. It's gonna be right in here. So if you can see that little blue seal, I've already replaced it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna unscrew these 3 screws and this 4th one. Point this one, and then this the flat seal is gonna come. This thing's gonna lift up ever so slightly. Of course, now I'm gonna need the cam tensioner. Let's see. Okay, before I do that, I'm gonna make that into part 3. Because right now I'm on macro mode, and this is your full fuel pressure regulator. Sometimes this thing can break. Mine's already deteriorating a little bit. But this is where you hook up your boost gauge too. Okay. Okay, now on part 3, all I did was use the VW tool and just keep twisting it until the chain moves down. As you can see, it becomes a little bit flexible. Just like that. Just enough for you to lift up that tensor and insert the moon seal and the flat seal. I suggest having 2 people doing it, because with one person it's a pain in the ass and it'll take you at least 8 to 5 hours. I mean, depending how frustrated you get. As you can see, there's a little bit of oil. The new gasket seems to be holding out really good. No oil from what I can see inside of the spark plugs anymore. Makes me happy. The seal actually stuck to the... That's okay. To the gasket. That's okay. You only want to put a sealant around underneath the valve seal. Just underneath it. Align it all the way to the end. Oh, and how to get these camshaft windows aligned. There's a little red dot right here that'll align with your, this little notch right here on the valve cover. You want those two aligned together. I mean, a way to get them aligned is by cranking the car, like starting it, turning off, starting it, turning off really quick. There's another way to do it where you lift up the car and you turn the wheel while it's in first gear, but that's a pain in the ass. I'm going to get it really aligned, put in the car into first gear, and then you move the car forward while it's in first gear, and then you quickly pull the e-brake. And that's how I got mine aligned perfectly. Or at least that one is aligned, but not this one so much. So that has been part 3. The cam position sensor. And that's pretty much it. This little hose right here hooks up to the my forged tip, and this may be cause of one of your boost leaks as well. And this is a boost leak, the N75. Where's the N75? Right here. That is your N75, which connects to the tip. This one also connects to your charge pipe. That's my forged DV. I'm using the yellow spring since I'm holding boost at 15 psi. And this car's APR tuned. Let's see. Well, normally the boost leaks are, since someone else wanted to know this. You follow the charge pipe, it goes back all the way in here through the wheel well. Can't see it very well. Alright, and that's pretty much it. Alright, now how did I get these two camshaft windows aligned? After all, well, they're not going to be 100% perfect aligned, but if all else fails, I'll try it again. When I start the car up again, run it for a while. Okay, this thing you want to be tightened. It's better if this little thing is touching the chain, if you get lucky. If not, oh well, you can still do it. It's just a lot higher. This tensioner is run on oil pressure. So when I decompress it, I keep turning this to compress it, and it'll push the tensioner down, and it'll loosen the chain like you saw it was before. Now, as soon as that chain is loosened, what I do is I grab the vice grip. I actually had my brother help me out with this. You grab it with 2 hands, you push it as hard as you can to the side or forward, push it forward. And then while I'm unscrewing this, keep unscrewing it until it comes off, and then the camshaft tensioner will go pop back up. It'll uncompress and move back up, and then this thing will stay aligned with the arrow. Now this tool, the vice grip, I believe. If not, correct me if I'm wrong. You tighten it from the top or loosen it. It'll grab. It'll stay clamped for a long time. It is a very nice tool. Very happy with it. Alright, this is the timing mark. The red mark is the timing mark. And see those two little, one little cut and that other little cut? Those two should be aligned together. That's how you get the camshafts aligned. Pretty much it.